Hey YouTube, I am Royce Barber, the CEO of Onto.org. Hopefully, I can turn this into a nonprofit. And so, this is my introduction video. I guess I'll start by showing you some of the stuff I've been working on. If you can see it, this is a little medallion kind of thing I printed on my 3D printer. Here's a little logo. Uh, Sprayed it, made it pretty. Let's see. I don't know if you can really see all that. Kind of just using my cell phone camera. Let's see. There's my laptop and some workstation stuff. Okay, hopefully that wasn't too awkward and shaky. Ooh, I kind of like that view. Ooh, all professional. Very nice. All right, not to screw around too much. Here's my little nameplate that I made. And just to give some props to my dad's company, I'm wearing a shirt from one of his companies, Sonic Focus. It's not his current company, but it's the only clean shirt, not that I have, but the only, well, you know what I'm talking about. All right. I'm not totally familiar with making, wasting time. Okay. I guess making proposals for organizations. I'm not really someone who has done a nonprofit before. So that's what my whole goal is. So I'm going to read uh, a little proposal that I wrote up in the last couple of days, and I ran it by some of my role models, and they don't know a whole lot about starting an organization or being an integral part of a nonprofit or even a business startup. I don't know. So some of them are very good with business, but what I'm trying to achieve, uh, Lord willing, is a nonprofit that can help a lot of people by using technology. I'll just read the proposal. I'm kind of wasting your time here. Okay. So this is a concept phase for a project I call onto.org, ontu.org. The quick pitch, all right, make sure I'm sort of looking at the camera here. Onto.org means Organic Nourishing Testimonies United. That's kind of the acronym. It doesn't have to necessarily mean anything, but it kind of fits. We support highly innovative world solutions and upbeat education in a spiritually healthy movement inspired by Jesus Christ. We specialize in technical automation via the Drupal 8 platform, and Drupal is what our website is made of right now. The vision for Onto is a hopefully humble beginning of a nonprofit movement to share Jesus' salvation in an upbeat and friendly atmosphere of tracking world solutions and the latest methods of bringing education to all countries. So that's a lot of wide sweeping terms. The location, we are headquartered out of the country foothill town of Coarse Gold, California, between Fresno and Yosemite National Park. Onto is located out of a basement and two rented rooms, and where I am right now is one of them. Um, the members are pretty much me behind the scenes and some buddies who are being a think tank with me. So if they want to be included, then that would be very welcome. So this is all kind of a new process, as you can probably obviously tell. Okay, so the backstory with Onto. In 2014, Onto, ONTU, as I already said, was one of thousands of typography logo designs on my personal website. It was designs for my portfolio because I do a lot of graphic art. And so Onto started as a passion for a lot of different things, sculpting and art and just community connection and sharing with local art groups what I'm working on, and at the same time trying to share evangelism, but meshing all of that together was very difficult. So Onto is kind of my hope to bring many different communities together, using technology and automation and website design and databases and hosting other people's databases and putting all that together. So, okay, getting back to the backstory. Um, so Onto started as RoyceBarber.com because it was my student notes and my visual portfolio and all my technology related projects. I was renovating houses as I still am, and I really wanted to do more with my life. I wanted to interact more with people. It was not a very social career. Um, when I got my first 3D printer last year in 2015, my friends and peers and associates noticed a trend in me talking about nonprofit goals and the use of the Onto logo way more than any other logos. And I started using it on my website, and it kind of confused the vision of my website. So I thought, okay, I'll just throw out roycebarber.com and really start fresh. My mentors encouraged me to do more art in 3D and in the real world, and my website at the time was very elegant. It was very pretty with a lot of transparencies, and it was hosted by Google Sites, which was free. And I was using what's it called? Not Google Domains, whatever their paid version of Google Sites was, but it wasn't able to do anything technically automated. It was very simplistic and limited in features. So I decided to invest a lot in professional website hosting, where I would have to learn the Drupal 8 platform. Now, Drupal 8 is the most complex at the moment and feature-rich website tool. It's used by many of the largest businesses in the world. So in the spring of 2016, I drafted a bunch of roadmaps for ministries I would love to work with. The pros and cons of eventually, not yet, but someday, hopefully soon, well, becoming a nonprofit, mostly just in title at first, as I'm learning more about this process, not being an active nonprofit. That would come when I know a lot more about the process, but I would like to get started and just get the ball rolling and learn about all the different nonprofits I can connect with and have them be an excellent mentor. And there's so many amazing nonprofits. Um, so recently, 2016, I migrated my website from Google Sites to the Drupal 8 platform as I'm still learning it. And I've started using the website name onto.org because onto.com wasn't even available, and that helped persuade me not to do a business, but to do a nonprofit, something where I can be part of other people and part of their projects, and it's all interlinked, sharing resources and using technology and automation, not just graphic design, but all kinds of programming and automation to help people do technical things where small groups don't normally have the resources that large corporations have. So I want to find out what technical people I can gather together to help churches have a new image and to not steamroll over their audience, but to really connect with the demographics and not just do it by the numbers, but do it in a spiritual sense where people are just better linked because the church and the community and the charities are all understanding more about each other, and not just pushing projects on each other and reusing resources and kind of recycling every creative idea in every possible way without worrying so much about taking someone else's intellectual property. So that's one thing I was worried about, even sharing my logos, because I've done so many of them, but I want to share them if it's something people can benefit from and not just make money on, but actually use in a sense that can help build a community. And I know art alone can't do that, but bringing people together can easily build a community. And so that's pretty much what I wanted to illustrate. That onto, yes, has a lot of visual things going on, but it's not just about the visual aspect. And here's one of the little flyers that I made, what, 2 years ago, 1 year ago? I don't even know, but I've made so many different logos. Um, and so I really want Onto to be a movement. I would like it to be something that's more than 3D printing and silliness. I want it to really be a building block, and I want it to have a lot of humor. I want it to be fun and adventurous, and we can connect with the Boy Scouts of America. We can bring together all the technical resources that right now churches are paying a ton of money for their databases, for their mailings, for the security, and sometimes awful security. And we can automate all of that with the Drupal 8 platform. And Drupal 8 officially came out recently, like many of the projects that I've been involved with, like 3D sculpting. I'm all over the 3D sculpting community, and I want to dedicate more time into this Onto project. But let's see, like, I don't know if you can tell, there's an ocarina behind me. So there's a music instrument I'm learning, and more about programming. And there's so many different things I've been trying to learn, and I want to narrow it down. I want to focus it down. I've been taking Udemy courses. I love that site. I love Khan Academy. I love TED. I love TEDx, TED Talks, How It's Made, Mythbusters, the local builder fairs, maker fairs. I'm kind of on the spot making a video, but I want to really use my resources for others and help them to also connect with. I want to interconnect communities. Anyway, this has been 13 minutes of me going on about one project. So I really want to focus and narrow it down, and I want to get some input from a great deal of charities, nonprofits, organizations, people who have won X prizes. I want to find out, is there a spiritual community in NASA, in SpaceX, in Tesla, in the Drupal 8 community? I know there must be. I want to draw those people out and not alienate those who are not spiritual. I want to bring them in. And so I want to find out what's out there. And so Onto.org is not yet a nonprofit, but I would love for it to be. I would love to join in with other nonprofits. And I would love to get a proper tripod so I'm not shaking my cell phone. So, yeah, anyway, this is Royce Barber of onto.org, ONTU. And I'm all over Facebook. I'm on DeviantArt. That's the world's largest art community. I have my portfolio up there. And I guess I will go back to practicing my ocarina music if I haven't already wasted too. No, I'm not going to put that in this video. I'm not even very good at it. All right, well, this is me signing off, and thank you for wasting 14 minutes and 45 seconds of your life, and hopefully in the long run it will not be a waste. So I will talk to you guys with some updates at a near future time. Thank you.